Hi, Eric here, and I'm going to show you how to do a power hour in Teamzy. This is the Teamzy dashboard, and this is where I would start my day. Usually I do my power hour at 5 in the morning because I like to make sure that I get the most important part of my day done before the world wakes up. So I come in here first, and the first thing I'm going to look at is my prospects. You can see my goal is to connect with 9 prospects today. So my up next module tells me who to contact, and you can see I've been doing this a while, so I'm down into my 3s. The first time you start doing this, you're going to start reaching out to people that you may have never even spoken to, or if you have, it was a long time ago. So my first goal is to just make contact, to let them know I'm thinking about them, and maybe start a conversation. So let's start with Susan. She's the first person on my list. I like to use Facebook. That's my favorite, so I'm going to look up Susan Tate. There she is. Okay, and I'm going to just send her a message. See if I can type here. So you can see, if you guys were watching me type, you can see what I wrote. I said, "Hi Susan, just popping by to say hello. How are you? I hope you're having an amazing day, Eric." Again, all I'm doing is making contact. I haven't talked to Susan in ages, so I just want to say hi. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just copy that message. I'm going to go ahead and send it to her. Okay, and now I'm going to flip back over to Teamzy and I'm going to record it. Connect. Okay, we're going to paste that right in there. I'm going to paste that was a Facebook message. Okay, and now I'm just going to send it. Now what'll happen is, chances are later on in the day, Susan will respond to me, and then I'll show you how we can continue that conversation. So now we're going to go to Valerie. Okay, you see how quickly you can make contact this way. And over time, as you work these relationships, you, hold on, let me find her. I think it was Hosmer, right? Let's get her exact name. Make sure I get the right Valerie. Valerie Hosmer Sims. So over time, as you start, really reconnecting with people, you won't have to, start with the basics of hello, how are you? You can get deeper in the relationship. So basically, a relationship is kind of like a brand new can of Play-Doh. You open that can of Play-Doh, and it's kind of firm and it smells great, and then as you play with it, it gets softer. You put it back in the can and seal it. The next time you play with it, it's soft already. So a relationship's like that. Over time, as you're connecting with people and you're spending time with them, you are going to find that they're more receptive and you can get a little deeper into the conversation. So I don't think Val is on Facebook anymore. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop over to details. I don't have an email for Val, so I'm going to have to skip her for a week until I figure out what her contact information is. So that'll just take me a little bit of time. So now I'm going to go to Donna. You guys are with me. So this kind of stuff will happen, especially when you haven't been in contact with somebody in a long time. So I'm going to go to Donna Beasy. Okay, she's over in Massachusetts. She's one of my New England friends. Okay, so we're going to message her. And you know what I'm going to do is I'm not going to overthink this, guys. I want to be efficient. I'm just going to use the same message. It was a good message. So I'm just going to use the same message there. Just popping by to say hello. How are you doing? Okay. You with me? So we're just going to send Donna the same message that we sent to our friend Susan. And again, the idea here is just to spark a conversation with her, just to get things going again. Okay? Because chances are, Donna doesn't know that I left my corporate career where I know her from. She probably doesn't know that I'm a Beachbody coach. So as we connect here, I'll be able to tell her and bring her up to speed on what I'm doing and see how I can help her. So you can see now we're going through, and you can see this circle is starting to fill as I get closer to my goal. Okay, so this is how you can be really effective. So now we're going to go to Catherine Ann, who is somebody that that's a really good friend of mine. So there she is. Boom. We're going to go say hi to Catherine Ann. Okay. And I'm just going to send her the same message because I haven't talked to her in a while. Let's see, the last time I talked to her was a year ago. Oh my gosh. So let's just make sure I get the right name in there. You don't want to mess that up, right? Okay, so you get the idea, okay? So I'm just going to record this one in Teamzy, and then we're going to move to customers. Okay, I'll show you how that works. So the first thing you do when you come into Teamzy is you're going to finish all your goals for the day on prospects. Start there. Go in order, okay? So we're going to record that in Facebook. So you can see now I've done 3 out of 9. I'm not going to make you guys suffer through me going through all 9, but you get the idea. When I've got at least 9 of my activities done on prospects, and then I'll move to customers. This is really important, guys. Don't start answering your messages before you've done this, because if you're having new conversations with people, they might count as connects, and you don't want to mess up your goal. This 9 connect goal, these are proactive new conversations that I'm starting. Okay, so that's why I always put off my responses and my follow-ups till the end. Okay, so now we're going to go to customers and connect. So I'm just going to toggle right here to customers to get my customer list. Okay, so now I'm going to check in with Cindy. That's the first person I'm going to check in with. There she is. Okay, so now these are a little bit different because these are my customers. So in most cases, I've already been talking to them recently. Okay, so I'm going to give her just a little update. It's been a little while since I got an update on her. So you can see I typed, "Hi Cindy, how are the workouts coming? Are you guys seeing results?" Okay, so there's my post for Cindy, which is great. And I'm going to copy that. Boom. And then we'll see what her response is a little bit later, and it helps us connect. Now, it's really important to connect with your customers. Why? Well, obviously to retain them, right? You want to make sure that they continue getting their Shakeology. So if you're in contact, you find out if there's any issues, if maybe they got behind on their Shakeology, you can help them postpone it a month so they don't cancel it. You can also continue to educate them as they come across people who are trying to sell them competitive products. But the most important reason to stay in contact with your current customers, guys, listen to this. If you have a pen, write it down. The most important reason to stay in contact with them is because they are the hottest source of a new customer. Current customers are the hottest source of a new customer. They will refer you new people. Okay? So you get the idea there. So now we're connecting with our customers again, and you can see I've been in pretty good contact with some of these people already. In fact, I'm getting a message just from one of my coaches, so we'll ignore that for now. So let's go to Donna. In fact, Donna, I talked to the other day, and I don't think I recorded it. So Donna's doing great. Let's close this stuff. So you can see here that I checked in with Donna the other day and didn't record it, but I'm going to go ahead and send her a message. She's lost 12 pounds so far, which is great. She's thinking about becoming a coach in January. Isn't this great? So I'm just going to tell her. I can't type. Hope you guys still like me. So just send her a nice message, okay? So what's kind of cool about this is if I go into Teamzy right now into Donna, I can take a look and I can see that I didn't record my last conversation with Donna. So I'm going to record all that today. So what I'm going to do is, instead of just recording that message, I'm going to go back up and record all this stuff as one conversation so I have it in my feed. So it's really easy to do, you guys. You can come in here and you can just paste that in there. I just like to have it all in there. I don't even care if it's clean. Okay. The other thing is when you have a conversation later on, and I'll show you how that works, you can come back later as the conversations happen. When it's over, I like to wait till the end of the day. So when the conversation's over, I can paste the whole thing back into history. So for example, yesterday I had a conversation with Ken Peckus, who's an amazing real estate business owner that I used to work with in my old job. And so I had talked to him yesterday, and you can see I sent out my pop-in by to say hello. So what I'll do now is I'll just click edit, and it opens up yesterday's connect. Okay, so now when I come back over to my messages with Ken, I can come in here now and I can actually grab this message. So you can see he sent me a really nice message. He wants to know how's the new venture going, which is my Beachbody business. And I told him that he needs to keep me in mind if he or anybody he knows wants to get fit, okay? So that's how I start planting the seed That's how I start planting the seed to get referrals from Ken to my Beachbody business. Okay, so you can see the words right there. Please keep me in mind when you have friends or loved ones that need help getting healthy or fit. I'd be honored to help them. So I'm planting the seed with Ken. This is our first conversation as a Beachbody coach, and I will continue to connect with him. In fact, he's going to come back up on my feed in 2 months, and we'll continue the conversation if something doesn't happen in the meantime. So you can see how I just pasted all that conversation into that original connect. Okay? So I hope you guys are still with me. So you work your prospects, then your customers, until you get those circles all the way whole, and then you go to your coaches and you connect with your coaches. So we'll check in with Michelle. Michelle may even be watching this. It's a great thing about coaches. So we're going to check in with Michelle and just say hi. See how she's doing. She's fantastic. Michelle, if you're watching this, I love you, girl. So that's it. I'm just going to keep it real simple and short with her. Let her know I'm thinking about her. I know she's going to respond and we'll have a conversation, but I just want to connect with her. She's one of my personally sponsored coaches, okay, out in New Hampshire, land of the free, home of the brave. So I'm going to just connect that in there, okay. We'll record that Facebook message. You can see Michelle's a 5, which means I talk to her every month. If I don't talk to her in between, she comes up every single month. Okay, so that one's all the way through. Okay, so now I've gone prospects, customers, coaches, in that order. Now I'm going to hit my follow-ups, okay? And it's going to tell me which follow-ups I have due, okay? So I've got Illy here. Okay, she's due. I want to just check in with her. Actually, I had a follow-up on order links that I sent her. However, she already ordered, right? So I know that she ordered already. So what I'm going to do is I am going to actually take this follow-up off because I don't need to, because she's already ordered and she's good to go. So I'm going to take her to none, okay? And that's just going to delete that follow-up, and I'm going to jump back to the dashboard. So I can do that on her full record. So I'm going to go back to follow-ups. Next one is Tracy. So let's take a look at Tracy. I had sent her some ordering links and then checked in and hadn't had a response from her. Does that sound familiar? Do you guys ever send somebody order links and then not hear from them again? Happens all the time, right? It's all in the follow-up. Sometimes I have to follow up with people for 6 months, and then they're like, yeah, absolutely, I'm ready to go. So I just keep following up, okay? And again, one of the secrets to following up is I never ask for a response. I just constantly follow up. I see if they need questions, see how I can serve them. That way I don't become a bother. That's just my technique. So you can see I'm just kind of ad-libbing this as we're doing it. But I'm writing her, hi Tracy, just checking in to follow up. I didn't want to leave you hanging. Let me know if there's anything else I can send you. Again, my whole point with a follow-up is I'm not trying to nag somebody. I just have integrity. And I told them I would get them information, and I told them I would follow up. I assured them that I would be there to answer any questions they have. So it's my duty to do that. Does that make sense? So I want to make sure that I am keeping my word always with my customers so that they know they can rely on me. So I'm going to put that follow-up in. Okay. Now, I followed up with her a couple of times without hearing back. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to set my follow-up to be 2 weeks out. Okay, because I don't want to pester her too much. So I've been following up every couple of days now, a few times. Now I'm going to give her 2 weeks out before I message her again. But you can see how the workflow works, guys. You go. First, you start with your prospects, then your customers, then your coaches, then your follow-ups. When you turn all these circles go, all the way around, and then you're done with your proactive activity. Then you can go on to things like doing your social post. And when you do it, you click it. Your personal development time. Did you get your workout in? Did you do your shake? And when you click those record for you. Okay? And then that's everything you need to do as a coach is right here. And then as the day goes on, you start getting those conversations that come back. And you've seeded the conversation. Now you can have that conversation. You can talk to them. You can form them. You can find out what's going on in their lives. And you can share what you're doing for other people and that you have a heart to do it for them too. So if that makes sense, and of course, the most important part of every conversation is planting those seeds for a referral, planting those seeds that they'll recommend you to a friend or family member, because it would be your honor to take care of their friends and family. I hope that's helpful to you guys. That's how I do a power hour in Teamzy, and it makes it so efficient because I don't have to plan. I don't have to think about who I'm going to call. I just follow the list. I just follow the instructions. I don't overthink it. I be as efficient as I can with my messages, and then the response comes back to me. Okay, guys, enjoy Teamzy. Go do your power hour now, and we'll talk to you soon.